guys, when I went down there recently, obviously because I've got into my Queensland habits of sort of not showering in all together, but in separate cubicles, I was severely bullied for the lack of grooming to my George W. Bush. But guys, I don't need to worry about that anymore because I've been sent this unbelievable package from Manscaped. And I'm pleased to let you know that support for the We Got the Chocolates podcast is now brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Skinner, listen to this. You hear that?
How good is that?
Jeez, look at it go.
Unbelievable. It's trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. So join the movement, Skinner, for all of your below-the-waist grooming need. Now, and this battery life lasts up for 90 minutes too, Skin. So if I turn this on now, I could literally leave this running for double the length of our podcast episode.
Right, yeah, assuming we don't run overtime.
Well, that does regularly happen
this week.
To be fair. Yeah. Also, waterproof technology, Skin, so you can get the job done in the shower, which obviously will probably keep you out of the doghouse with your significant other, but getting hair trimmings all over the bathroom floor.
Yeah, that is an issue. Although I'll generally just get the vacuum out, but apparently I don't do a thorough enough job. But
well, that's right.
Yeah.
And you can hear that motor going there, can't you? That's 7,000 revs per minute, that motor. So, if you compare it to Nathan Lyon, I reckon he gets about 1,800 to 2,100 revs per minute on his ball. His cricket ball. His cricket ball.
Cricket ball, yeah, right, okay.
So we're getting 7,000 revs on our ball.
Well, he spins that ball pretty far, so this is a lot higher revs, that's for sure.
Just remember, you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code WGTC, standing for We Got the Chocolates, obviously, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code WGTC. It's time to shave those components of your undercarriage.
The below the belt region.
All right, good luck. Is there anything harder to adjudicate for a square leg umpire than the height of deliveries? Because I swear that they are wrong all the time. Like the over the shoulder ones, they're like one over the shoulder. That's just ballsed up so much. More than Manscaped. If you know what I mean. Nice work. Well, that's one of the comments is Sam Heazlett is my idol. Which is a nice comment, actually. Yeah,
that's it.
Sorry, Skin, you take over.
Oh, actually, while we're on the segue, someone also wants to know if you like hugs. Sam, do you like hugs?
Skin, you can put these up on the live stream. Can you please get a bit more active?
Oh, jeez, sorry.
Actually doing something.
What do I do?
It took us 20 minutes.
We're currently talking about this one, Nicole.
Yeah, I didn't get asked for too many hugs. I actually got a photo with someone at Coles today. I was getting some food from Coles and someone recognised me and wanted a photo. Really? I was able to say yes for the first time in a while because we didn't have to social distance. So
it's not what you expect to get your photo taken though.
No.
In the bread aisle at Coles.
I was checkout chick asked for a photo.
Oh wow. Well, shouldn't she be working? Get on the tools.
Yeah.
Obviously not. I would have got sacked for that back in the day at Rebel Sport.
Held up the lineup behind me.
I'll tell you what also I nearly got sacked for was when Goaty dropped a random cricket bag at my workplace and said, "This is here for Lee." Yeah. And then they just left it, like they literally just took it.
Well, the general manager was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Absolutely, this is normal behaviour, obviously." And so I just dropped a Milo have a go cricket bag at Lee's work and just sort of left. He's like, "Yeah, Lee, this is for you." I mean, that could have been a bomb.
That's what I said to him. Like, you just took a bag, you don't even know what's in it. Oh, I don't know. He just said it was for you. Literally could have been a terrorist attack.
I think we've told this story in the podcast before, haven't we?
Probably, but we're 76 episodes in, gang. We're going to have to double up a few times.
We've got new listeners. We've got new listeners.
Yeah, exactly. It's also the new listener.
So Nicole's commented here, she's referring to Jimmy's hug when we won the second half game.
You did awkward.
That was awkward. Holy.
Yeah, well, I'm not an emotional guy too much, and I thought if we win the final, obviously I'm getting emotional, I'm getting happy, but when Jimmy came up to me, he's like, "Give me a hug, have a smile, give me something," and I'm like,
Jimmy's funny too. That whole innings, I mean, we talked a lot about on episode 75 about that innings, but we'll probably talk about it until episode 82 or so. But Jimmy's an intense character, right? When you bat with him, I've batted with him before, and he's been angrier at me for getting out than I've been for getting out. And he'll like walk down to you, and when you were batting together, you were like he was intense. He's like talking to you about where you can get this guy and where we can get two, and like you could just see it. And then you literally looked like your head was like glazed, like you were just looking past him, like, "Yeah, mate, yeah." If the ball's anywhere where I feel like I can hit it, I'm just gonna slog.
Who creates the comic relief for the team? Who's the go-to guy there, or who does everyone laugh at if they're not laughing with them?
Well, I think early doors was the most unlikely friendship between Lloyd Pope and Carlos Brathwaite. which I know can probably be mocked up for media and telly a lot, but they were genuinely got on like a house on fire.
Yeah, right.
And it was so bizarre. But I hadn't come across Lloyd Pope before. He is a very funny man.
Yeah, right.
He's fantastic.
And Tom, at any stage did you think that it was Andrew Godey when you first met Lloyd Pope?
Oh, it's a bit stiff on Godey. Come on.
Thanks, Buck. No, I really appreciate that.
Popey's losing his hair a bit faster, I think.
Yeah, well, we know what that feels like.
Maybe Popey looks a bit like you and I combined with your receding and my red, maybe.
That's true, actually. That's a very good-looking individual.
Yep. All good.
Perfect. Tom, can I also ask just another Andrew Godey related question? You mentioned that you did play against him in second 11 cricket. How did he go in those games against you? Because we have been sort of having a running battle over the last 3 weeks on the podcast of who is the better cricketer. Obviously, neither of us were great, but but it's still a battle I'd like to win if you could help out a little bit.
I think there might have been 2 or 3 times, but I think he might have got a 60 or a 70, a good-looking 60 or 70.
It would
not have been good looking.
It would have been very pretty, that's for sure. But what about the last one down in Tassie? I hit him pretty well that game with my back knee roll.
Was that off, Tom?
No, that was. I've actually a former guest of the show, Simon Malenko. I shouldered arms and kicked one to cover and just walked off, and the umpire sort of gave me while I was sort of nearly unpadded. The next one, overrated, latte art, and I'll add an exception, except if you're doing a turmeric latte by Alchemy.
That's
Sting
there,
bro.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, come on, you need to be on that.
That's not it. No, I'll get it for you. Hang on.
Beautiful. Sting button before we can move on.
If you had given me some warning.
No, I sent you this last week. That's
How's
okay.
that? There you go.
Yeah, good. No, latte. I mean, you drink the coffee anyway, so like you don't need to draw a fucking Christmas tree on there. That's fine before you drink it.
What a delightful piece of latte.
No, I know, and I think that sucks. To be honest with you,
I spend a lot of time.
Well, that's what. Well, I said that 5 minutes ago. I said you were probably going to disagree with a few of these.
With the latte art.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I agree.
Yeah, if you're having that much milk in your coffee anyway, there's something else.
Yeah, but there's a real sense of if I'm getting a coffee that someone spent that much time doing latte art on, I'm like, geez, this guy.
Yeah, it's
cares
probably
about
fucking
me.
cold.
This guy cares about me and my
No, he
coffee
doesn't.
drink.
Well, I guess he doesn't.
The coffees I've seen you drink are all Dare iced coffees from
Yeah,
service stations.
I guess
You're
what?
not getting any latte.
I guess there's no latte art in that except when it comes out the other end.
Come on.
All right.
rogue traders.
This is and these sort of the last two, so number 2 and 1, sort of go hand in hand. I reckon if there's a event that's overrated and oversold, New Year's Eve sucks.
Oh, that is a stinker.
Yeah.
I was in bed by 9
Yeah,
p.m.
I can't remember the last time I was up to New Year's Eve. So, New Year, New Me. So, no, it's not. By January 10, you're the same person, mate. Grow up.
Does that go along with fireworks then? Fireworks
Well,
also
that's
very
congratulations, Haz. That is number 1. Fireworks are the most overrated thing on this planet. I have a 2-year-old, right, and that's fine. He likes fireworks. But if you're a grown man or woman going out to go see some fireworks, right, unless you're lighting them yourself, you need to sort of have a good hard look at yourself, I think. So,
Okay.
You happy with that?
Very happy
Also,
with that.
if you're lighting them yourself, you probably need to have a good hard look at yourself. I had a
Or
night
you
in
live in
Darwin.
Darwin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
had a night in Darwin where we played around with some fireworks. It was a bad time.
No. But if you
It was a really
More
bad time.
specifically for that story, we had an idiot housemate that we live with who is now actually a professional cricketer.
Contracted the Strikers, Spencer Johnson. Well done.
He shot a firework.
don't drop his name.
Too late.
Delete that. It's live. He shot us with a firework, shot a firework in our direction. It lit the Darwin golf course on fire. We had to put it out with buckets of water.
Yeah.
Well,
It was-
And we put it out while he
We put it out while
laughed
he was
at us.
laughing and thought it was hilarious.
But no, like, honestly,
Kelly-
if you're 36 and going, ooh, which one's this going to be? It's going to be green. Oh, it's yellow. So, honestly, no,
Well, Kelly
thanks.
Kelly seems to like the heat innings break where there's plenty of fireworks, but I think Kelly's saying that she thinks Valentine's Day is overrated.
Yeah, well done. I couldn't
The
agree
movie or the day? Because the
day.
movie is a stinker.
I agree.
Genuine.
Married
One of the
for-
worst I've
How long
seen.
have I been married? When did you even see my wedding? I can't remember.
2013?
15.
Oh.
2015. So
15,
we've been
was it?
married for 6 years this year. No for Valentine's Day.
You don't do anything?
No.
That's all right with Kathleen.
I think she'd be more annoyed if I did do something. Yeah.
Nice.
I get the vibe that you don't have the same situation.
Not
with
the
your
same.
girlfriend.
I'll be doing something, I think. Not sure what yet.
Oh, that'll be good.
Just
That'll be-
worrying.
I
that'll
think I
in a
might be
few
going
days.
out for breakfast, by the
That'll
sound.
be lovely.
All right, are we ready to get a couple of people for this trivia test? If you are still keen, guys, I'm spinning the wheel right now and you can't see it, unfortunately.
That actually is. That's a legit thing too.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And that, I don't know if you can see it, but It is. Oh, that hurts. I don't think he's going to want to come on, I'll be honest with you. Dave.
The producer.
The producer of the podcast, Dave, he'll just be like, hurry up, you idiots.
Yeah.
Dragging on forever.
Oh, it's more cash for me editing.
Jeez.
Dave's still listening. He's got a comment for us.
Has he?
Yeah, he's obviously noticed that the show's run a bit long. He's happy with how many dollary dues he's making.
He's giving us the ka-ching.
Dave, if you want to get on the phone, mate, your name popped up in the wheel.
Any discounts, Dave?
Oh, bang.
G'day, boys.
Dave, how you going?
Dave's there.
Take as long as you want, boys. Just keep on going.
Dave, we haven't met before. Are you a per hour guy or what's sort of going on?
Oh, yeah, this is Cody.
We're going per minute at the moment.
Per minute, okay.
I'm loving the live stream tonight, boys. It's very well done.
Oh, thank you. Any constructive criticism, any feedback? What could we?
I will have a big long meeting later, I think.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
If it surrounds Lethal's facial hair, then we can discuss it later.
All right, we're back.
And now we've got Dave.
Hang up on me.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, that's right. I worked it out. I had to switch accounts to get Kelly's number. It was a bad time.
Actually, to be honest, boys, I hung up on you for an extra $10.
Yeah, smart as well.
Right,
Just excellent.
Hello.
Renners, Sam Heazlett here with the We Got the Chocolates podcast. We're here with Andrew Godey, Lee, and Mitch. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Ren?
Very good. You've not your first time on the We Got the Chocolates podcast, but so thanks for coming back on the show. We actually wanted to get back on because you applied when we put out an application process for a friend of the show card. So we are happy to announce that you are getting a friend of the show card.
And we haven't got the jingle that we would play there,
Oh,
the little friends thing. But
Thank Christ for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
yeah, that would have taken me 3 years to find it.
Not to mention, just to comment again on how poorly organised we are. How long ago do you reckon it was, Renners, that you applied for that? It would have been 8 weeks.
Yeah, I would say 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we couldn't give it to him during Big Bash.
Oh,
That
right,
would be
okay,
quite a
yeah.
distraction if he had the power of that card in his wallet.
Yeah,
Or
true.
just rocking out to sombreros in quarantine life.
No, well, actually, from Renner's Instagram, he spent a lot of time on the golf course during quarantine. There.
2 gloves
Ren?
or 1, Ren?
Yeah. Please say one, Ren.
Pardon?
2 gloves or 1 on the golf course?
1 glove.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
okay.
And thoughts on Heazlett wearing 2?
That just sums him up.
And I also got told to ask you, actually, Renners, from Spencer Johnson, who I believe you spent some time with in the Adelaide Strikers setup. He said to ask you your thoughts on the Heazlett bat raise, the low bat raise, and where you sort of sit on that.
I don't mind it as long as someone doesn't carry on and potentially lie down and do that sort of thing.
Yeah, that stinks.
Who
doesn't
did
it?
that?
That's
That
a
is
terrible idea.
absolutely stinky.
And you've got a 2K time trial with me coming up this week after a couple of months, probably not doing too much running. How do you reckon you'll go?
It'll be a very good mental challenge for me, I think, As you know, I love my 2K time trials. And I love watching people who do it absolutely easy pretend that it's really tough.
Has.
Who jog in at 6 minutes 50 and go, oh, that was tough when we're bustling our asses to get 7:30. So
You can't be doing that, can you?
Another
nothing
game
is
of club cricket for you then, Ren.
Yeah, we're up the coast in a 2-dayer at Sunny Coast. So hopefully I win the toss and I get to bat.
Oh, because I thought you'd bowl and roll your offies out for a couple of overs.
No, Goaty. I've taken 2 wickets this season.
But they,
One of them was a fully, and then one of them was in a 2020. So I think I might leave the bowling to a few of the better bowlers. Perfect. I'll just stand at 1 and throw shit chat, which is my great job.
that is nothing unusual.
Fantastic.
I learnt off the best Goaty.
Who was that?
Who was that?
Some Valley's player.
Yeah,
Luke Feldman's never fielded at one in his life, mate. So.
I think it would be that guy that takes his shirt
I
off
think it was
after
Josh
Tibbety
Daskin.
playing Miss. Oh,
Yeah,
Josh Daskin.
Daskin, yeah. Well, I hope he doesn't take his shirt off. My goodness.
What do you
Last time I
mean?
played Dashy, he caught me at gully on, I think, I was on 110 or something.
Well, that is
He caught me at gully.
unlucky if he's caught you. That is for sure.
No, to be fair, I top edged it up the chimney and he caught it. And he ran around to him. But I thought he was going to try and catch the next train out of Nunn Station.